That's weird. That's weird. Kind of wearing me out.
You are a sad, strange little man.
It's crazy. This is crazy. Isn't that weird?
That's weird, man.
It's strange.
What's up, campers? Welcome back to episode 131 of Camp Strange. I am your camp counselor, Alex Tobin.
And for legal reasons, I cannot disclose that information at this moment.
But I can tell you for other legal reasons that that's David the Leg Stokes. And we're back to bring the spooky, wacky, weird, strange, and battle. And before we get into our longer stories, we got to catch you up on any of the weird news you may have missed this week. And we got some weird news for you? Because, David, I think you're going to like this one.
Okay.
This is weirdly written. Police, I'll kill you if you don't buy me beer. SLC man pulls gun on 3 people.
Hell
gives
yeah.
$20.
Whoa. Didn't see that one coming.
So this man in Salt Lake City, I said you like this because I feel like this is something that you have to look forward to.
Yeah, it's a good career path for me.
Yeah, like not only are you demanding beer and pointing guns at people, but you're also supplying them with the monetary means to succeed in this task.
So I'm going to guess he's violent and is not allowed to purchase alcohol at said retailer.
I'm going to go ahead and guess that he probably got turned away at like his local 7-Eleven because he's too drunk.
Yeah, I think I've been in this situation before. Well, not me personally, but I feel like there has been people that are just like hammered asking me to buy them booze because they're not like allowed to.
Oh, I was just going to say, I thought it was something along the lines of you drunk and instead of a gun, you have an angle grinder.
Hey, don't bring my tools into this just because I was showing it off before we started recording. Yeah, I got a new angle grinder. It's pretty cool.
You want to be a fucking right angle or a wrong angle? And then he just starts spinning.
I got to get rid of these bunions somehow.
But I guess the Salt Lake City man is facing a series of charges after police say he pulled a gun on 3 people inside of a truck, demanding that they buy him beer, saying he will kill them if they don't. And the guy was 39 years old, Guillermo Meza, and he even gave the victims $20 to do so, according to the probable cause statement. So I guess this guy just like ran up on this car, pointed a gun at the driver's like temple, and was like unprovoked. And he was like, "You're buying me beer." And then he pointed at the 2 guys in the back with this gun. And I think it was a revolver, so he's kind of a cowboy, you know?
Yeah.
Cool. He's so pretty cool. I'll have a nice ale. But, yeah, so he did that. And then here's the best part. He gave him the $20, and then the guys drove away, and he was like, they're going to go buy me beer. And there's like no – I mean, obviously he was probably shit-faced.
Yeah.
But they drove away, and then they called the cops, and then I guess his cousin who they were like – leaving his house at the from the location till he heard like 6 or 7 gunshots outside of his house, and luckily the police showed up and they tried to arrest him, and of course he resisted, but they got him. They got him. He wasn't quick enough with that it was a revolver. With that revolver, and
probably 6 shots then.
Yeah,
an old 6-shooter.
See that, but that's the thing. You never know about the one in his ankle.
It's true.
It's in his ankle.
Or he's been chewing on it all day.
Hey, honey, get me my angle grinder. I gotta get this other revolver out of my ankle. Honey, is that why your ankle's been clicking? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He's like, have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
Upgrade?
No, I know of it, but I never watched it. I heard it was actually really good.
Yeah, Lee Wynell. I'm a big Lee Wynell head. He's the guy who wrote the first Saw movie. He was also in the first Saw movie. I feel like
you talk about this every episode.
Yeah.
We get it. You like Lee Wynell.
Lee Wynell's great. The Invisible Man, the new Invisible Man with Elizabeth Moss was so good. Yeah. Anyway, go see that if you haven't. He's great. I think they're gonna give him the Wolfman next or something like that. So I think he's gonna go for like all the Universal monsters, I believe.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, because he also did like Insidious or one of those. I always get the like Insidious and the Conjuring. Those are all like they all came out around the same time.
Dude in them?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like, those movies all came out like really fast at the same time, and there were like 4 of them. And I'm like, I don't know which one was directed by who or what universe is. Like, Annabelle and The Conjuring are in the same.
I feel like
I don't.
Patrick Wilson is in all of them.
Yeah, he's like the guy.
He's in The Conjuring and Insidious. He's in fucking all of them.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
Jesus.
You know who I'm talking about? Patrick Wilson?
Yeah, he's the tall guy. He was in Aquaman. He's the bad guy in Aquaman.
Yeah, he's the tall guy.
Yeah, with the ponytail.
Oh. He's got a
pony-
ponytail, huh?
He got
Is
a
he-
ponytail.
The tall guy. Hold on. Patrick Wilson, height.
You know
This
that,
dude is 6'1". He's shorter than me.
It's the pony. All the length is in the pony.
Oh,
That's why
is it a high pony? Is it an Ariana Grande pony that adds like another foot?
He got pony extensions. Anyway,
Oh.
and just so another little fun fact: Patrick Wilson was in Aquaman, which was directed by what's that dude's name, man? Oh my God! Why?
I've got it up right here.
What's his name?
Oh wow, I've got produced.
James Wan.
Yes,
James Wan, who directed the first Saw movie.
Oh, look at that.
Isn't that fun?
Dude,
It all comes full circle. It's all about, what's your guy's name? What's High Pony's name?
Patrick Wilson. He was in Annabelle too. Annabelle has to be connected to one of them.
Yeah, that's Conjuring universe.
Okay.
That's drunk guy with gun and no beer universe.
He was also in The Nun. Just want to throw that one out there.
Dude, he's raking in a good $500 for each one of those movies. So he's doing okay.
He must be really good at getting scared. He's also in The Curse of La Llorona, whatever that one is.
Oh, La Llorona.
Yeah, he's in every like.
Dude, that guy is so good at getting scared.
Yeah, America's best scare.
He's underrated. I think you'd get more roles if he made his pony longer, though.
It's true.
So think about it, Patrick.
Patrick,
Think about it,
bud.
So, okay, well, that's my story. Do you have another story?
Another story. I haven't told one yet, my dude.
Sorry, the whole Patrick thing just felt like it took forever.
Yeah. San Antonio Police Union president says, "God damn is as offensive as the N-word."
No. I feel like that guy's also like the guy being like, you could say ass, but you can't say asshole.
Yeah.
Because then you picture the hole, which is the devil tempting me. You can't be saying the whole part.
Yeah.
Because the ass is the donkey, but the hole, there ain't no mistaking that. That ain't no donkey. Every time I look at it, I try to pretend like it's a donkey, and it's not.
Yeah. In case you're wondering, this man is white.
What? He knows how offensive the N-word is. He's felt that that persecution. But he's also felt goddamn.
He might have been on the other end of that one, but
and you know what's funny? Like, one is clearly used as like a derogatory term at somebody, and then the other one is used like when you like drop something on the floor and you're like, God damn it, and someone's like, he's like, hey, did you aim that at me, you motherfucker? Like,
I'm a man of God.
Yeah, who looks at someone and goes, God damn? You're like,
God
if you're
damn
gonna
you.
call someone goddamn son of a bitch or something, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Goddamn asshole. Don't say the hole. Leave the hole at home.
Leave the hole at home.
Wow. Just a lot of cool stuff happening in the world.
Especially in Texas these days. Texas
Everybody
is like becoming the new Florida.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, I have to say. I mean, I'm kind of hoping some of that bleeds over into California. We need some of that. I feel like we already got some of it for sure, but
people just don't care in California anymore.
No, no, we're riddled with COVID. Like, it sucks to be. It was really bad for a while when we were the epicenter. I was just like, ooh, let me just put my head down and my mask on and go home because I don't want to be associated. I've never been like associated with the really like negative part of the country. I feel like everyone's like, yeah, you guys are assholes in California, but like the weather's nice, and now everyone's like, you guys are killing everybody. And I was like, yeah, I know. I swear I didn't plan this. This isn't me.
I had nothing to do with it.
I didn't do this. I'm not the ass. I'm not the hole either. I swear.
You're the whole ass.
I'm the whole ass. Okay. I speaking of the whole ass, I got another one right here. Actually, on the asshole, Panda Express, as you know, my asshole just puckered. Panda Express workers forced to strip in cult-like team building seminar, lawsuit alleges. So here's you never thought you'd hear that, but it is always at Panda Express, isn't it? That's where all the stripping and the cults happen.
Yeah.
But the best part about this is that it's from Katie's hometown. It's from Santa Clarita, and I was like, ooh, have I eaten at this? And did it smell like underwear in there? Because
is that the newer one that's only been there for a few years?
Do you know every Panda Express?
Well, no, because I filmed a commercial at one that they just built, and I swear it was over there.
It's next to a Boston Market and a Hobby Lobby. It's in like Valencia.
I don't remember that well.
They all look so different. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's so much difference in the furniture and the wall art and the menu and
yeah.
The one smelly guy.
So some people will give you 2 shrimp on the
Barbie.
Pick. I wanted to say it, but they're using a microwave there, I think so. But it says a former employee of Panda Express in Santa Clarita alleges she was required to strip to her underwear and hug a partially clad coworker during a cult-like ritual at a 2019 training seminar sponsored by the company as a prerequisite to promotion. So this company, what was it called? Where is it?
Where's my hug at?
I mean, long story short, it's a very long article, but Alive Seminars basically brought like 50 Panda Express workers to a warehouse in like downtown LA, and they put like black cloth over the windows, and they had like everybody come up and like talk like. First, they went in there, they were all talking, and the manager came in and started yelling at them like a drill sergeant, and then they all had to get in the middle of the room and talk about like their deepest, darkest secrets or something like that. And when people
who is that desperate to be working at Panda Express? Holy shit, man.
I think you get caught up in the moment.
What are these like bennies?
I don't know. You take handfuls of walnut shrimp behind the ice maker.
You line your pockets with plastics.
That's all I need. But it's just crazy because they said that like people would follow them to the bathroom and then stand outside the bathroom when they had to go, and it was like really, really weird. It was a 4-day program, and apparently if like the people weren't convinced enough when they were like, you know, revealing everything horrible and you know painful about their lives, that then they had to like, it says strip to almost naked in front of strangers and coworkers, and they had to hug other employees in the middle of the room or something like that, and cry and hug it out.
You know, the most bizarre thing to me about this is how do you just in your mind think, oh, we'll get away with this? No one's ever going to make this a thing.
The honey walnut shrimp silences everyone.
It's all that penicillin we put in it.
It's all that Beijing beef. It's all. You know why? Because they gave them half chow mein, half fried rice, and they're like, "Oh, we don't do this for everyone," and they're like, "Oh, I feel special." But it's fucking crazy that like this shit. I mean, but that's the thing. Especially during this time where people are like desperate to be working and just like staying afloat, that they're just like, you're not quitting. Like if you quit, you don't even know if there's another job out there. So there's like, get in your underwear, and like people are like, is this like a new way of like coping with our feelings that we should be like? God.
Just start a podcast. There's so much money in this. We make so much money. We are losing money.
I just sell my toenails online, and I
buy them.
It's good. and I buy his hair. So I mean,
It's a full circle. That's economics 101, baby.
see, some people call it a full circle. I call it a vicious cycle. But, sure, yeah. But it's just so crazy that this is a live seminar. It's a company that like does like, I don't know if they do this. Maybe it was like the new guy who was like, let's try something new.
Tony Robbins is losing his shit.
I was about to say, it's like Tony Robbins is like, you got to strip them down to their underwear. I eat salmon every day and I have mercury poisoning, which that happened. He was eating fish for every meal. And the doctor's like, you have like mercury in your body, like a lot of it. And he's like, I love salmon.
You're half mercury.
I am a human person. Ha ha ha! Scream at me, your pain. And no, he's good though. I like Tony Robbins.
I want to share a filet-o-fish with Tony Robbins.
Give me that filet-o-fish. Give me that fish. But you know, Tony, that guy's like 7'2", right? Speaking of tall, ponytailed, clad, beautiful men.
Sorry, I think I heard a raccoon in my garbage. What'd you say?
That was Tony. Oh, okay. You're gonna want to strip to your underwear. You're gonna want to hug him as hard as you can. He'll fight you.
Yeah.
But I think you get him. You're taller than Patrick.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah. But I forget what I was gonna say, man. Does it matter? I love Tony Robbins and Shallow Hal. Great performance. Anyway, that was all I wanted to say.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to stick on the trend here of fast food. Burger King, our favorite, apologizes for a tweet that said, "Women belong in the kitchen" on International Women's Day.
Oh, my fucking God, man. Some people, I tell you. There's
They also placed a full page.
Did the Nightmare Whopper get a hold of the Twitter?
It's leaking through the water system there.
Was 2020 not enough for you, Nightmare Whopper?
They also placed a full page ad in the New York Times. Big old red page in white, sexy font. Women belong in the kitchen. They're trying to like empower them. They just demeaned them.
Dude, that went by so many people, and they all were like, this is good. This is good. See, if I was in that boardroom, I would have said, women belong in the broiler. Charbroil women. Come get your... What, did they sell broilers in there?
Yeah.
What is Burger King known for besides their copious amounts of diarrhea? Is it just like 5-cent chicken nuggets?
Charbroiled.
Come have our charbroiled Whopper. First we char it, then we boil the meat for several hours till it becomes a thick paste that you could smear on your buns like honey mustard.
Yeah. So KFC roasted them because that's what they do. Them and Wendy's. They're great on social media, and they replied, "Why would we delete a tweet that's drawing attention to a huge lack of female representation in our industry? We thought you'd be on board with this as well." So they entirely thought that this was a good idea.
Jesus Christ. Like, they didn't even write anything else in the ad?
So there is some small font on the newspaper ad. I can see most of it. Fine dining kitchens, food truck kitchens, award-winning kitchens, casual dining kitchens, ghost kitchens. What the fuck is a ghost kitchen? Burger King kitchens. If there is a professional kitchen, women belong there. But can you guess who's leading those kitchens these days? Exactly, only 24% of chef positions in America are occupied by women, and that's as much as I can read out. So they're trying to say like we need more women in the workforce, like being leaders and being head chefs and stuff like that. But horrible fucking attempt.
I don't need Burger King telling me how to be a chef. Like, are you fucking kidding me? It's like only 24%.
I push the buttons and it microwaves.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what? You're gonna be like promoting people to be in the culinary field? It's like this is the wrong. It's like Red Lobster being like, "Do you like fine seafood?" And you're like, "I don't like botulism either. Like, get away from me."
So their official statement is, our tweet in the UK today was designed to, the tweet was the BK UK. So yeah,
Ooh, I
our
like
tweet
that.
in the UK today was designed to draw attention to the fact that only a small percentage of chefs and head chefs are women. It was our mistake not to include the full explanation in our initial tweet, and have adjusted our activity moving forward because we are sure that when people read the entirety of our commitment, they will share our belief in this important opportunity.
It's like I get what they're trying to say by the whole statement, but they're being shitheads about it, and
Yeah.
they're making fun. They're doing like a one of those jokes that you would say in like fucking like
Barstool.
middle school. Yeah, exactly. Barstool in the barstool. But yeah, and they're being shitheads about it and be like, oh, we thought you guys would completely understand. And be like, you guys are still being like, that's like McDonald's being like, we love the N word, and they're like nuggets, and like, it's like what? Like it'd be like the N word's back, nuggets, and it'd be like nuggets. It's like, dude, you don't get it. The thing you're doing is like trying to be like subtly offensive. Like it's so bad.
It's not good.
It's like they're trying to be Ryan Reynolds, and Ryan Reynolds like he toes a fine line.
And god damn, he's beautiful.
Yeah, BK, why don't you start pumping some iron, then fucking call me back?
Get some frosted tips, baby.
What, Van Wilder one? Like,
I'm thinking Blade.
oh, Blade. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we cleared that up. Burger King, you're breaking our heart, man. We really defend you, and you don't.
Hold on, what the fuck is a
just
ghost
stick
kitchen?
to your nightmares.
A ghost
What are you
kitchen.
looking-
Well,
looking up a
Gwyneth
ghost
Paltrow's Goop opens in a LA ghost kitchen. I'm assuming it's like just like a secret ghost kitchen.
Oh, it's like you're making food and then like sending it out to places.
Oh, a delivery only restaurant.
Oh yeah, there's like a place near my place that my old spot that like made healthy granola bars, but like you couldn't buy them there. I think they just like made them, packaged them, and then like sold them in like cafes or something like that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I got one more news story. Do you have one more?
No.
Sony patents tech that turns bananas into a PlayStation controller.
Oh no.
Dude,
Monkey beat me at Rocket League again. Monkey beat me at Super Mario again. PlayStation, that doesn't work. Last of Us.
No, it's slightly misleading, but it is still true. The idea basically is that Sony filed a patent that it has a technology that you can turn basically anything into a controller with the right camera. So like you can have it's like almost like a scanning technology. So you could pick up any object and it would scan it, and then you could,
I honestly just don't understand how that works still. Like,
yeah, and to me, it's like trying to play a game on a phone, like a touch screen, is my nightmare. I need to feel a button push in,
Me too, but that's why you gotta get a mushy banana. You can't get the green ones. Like by the end of it, man, don't let me play Rocket League holding that banana. Like it was smushed ass banana. I get angry.
This controller is becoming banana bread. So let's get this game going.
Seriously, that's so fucking crazy. I don't know. I appreciate it. I don't know if it'll lead anywhere or people.
It's very fun.
You've done it?
No, I'm just saying the idea of it is very fun to me, but would I do it? No.
Yeah. Until people just start using shit that you're not supposed to be using, right?
Exactly.
Hamster.
Hamster.
What else?
Chinchilla.
Hypodermic needle.
Ferret.
You're just gonna keep naming fucking rodents because I led with hamster. This is not okay.
Rat-coon. That game will fight you back.
Someone else's mail. That's a federal offense.
My neighbor's package.
Wait.
I'm talking about like a box. I like an Amazon box.
Okay. I see
Yeah.
But next thing you know, you're playing with the other neighbor's package, and everyone's losing in that game. Okay, well, I think we should move on and get into these stories, right, David?
Yeah.
Oh, God. So, let's do it. Now, David, as someone who has worked around famous singers, actors, and really famous podcasters like ourselves, then you know that there are sometimes those choice few people who we need to lie to while shooting various projects in public spaces. Am I right, David?
Yeah, you're right.
There's always some like weirdo lurking around, and then you say what you're working on, and then someone's like, "Oh,
Mayonnaise
Mark Wahlberg's
commercial.
here?" Yeah. Mark Wahlberg's doing another mayonnaise commercial. He's like, "I wake up at 3 a.m. every morning, and I fucking smother myself in mayonnaise, and then I go and lift weights. I don't stop lifting weights until that mayonnaise turns into egg salad."
It's a good. Yeah, parts of that were really good.
Yeah, some of it. I kind of went into
You worked on that.
He's like he got talking like this at the end.
Is that the one you work you work on in the shower?
I work on a couple of things in the shower.
Talk about an angle grinder.
I've learned to play a PlayStation. I got a PlayStation commercial controller.
Yeah,
That
it's a bar soap.
it's only half the buttons on the controller.
I don't know where you're going with this.
Small wiener. Okay, let's keep going. Okay.
Micro buttons.
Micro. Oh, everyone likes a smaller phone, but they don't like this. So, like I said, sometimes it's just a nice person walking by who's curious on what's going on. So you lie to them and tell them that you're filming a commercial for Metamucil or something, and then move on. But on the rare occasion, when you're dealing with a bigger star, you know, the kind of star that doesn't have their name posted anywhere on set for safety reasons, you know, they put like a T.S, and you're like, what's that? And
Whoa,
like,
come on.
Oh, what?
Are you just describing one of my situations?
Well, you don't work in the industry anymore. You're
That's
fine,
true.
right?
Yeah, it already went out.
So I wrote here in the next sentence, I said that you get those fans who have figured out that, in fact, Taylor Swift is filming here and that they are determined to meet her. And David is actually...
I almost got fired like 2 minutes into that fucking music video.
What did you do?
Because they were just like, don't bother her. Like, don't be near
So
her, basically.
So I hugged her with my underwear on.
No, but they were basically just saying, like, do not be around her. And she was also filming like a documentary thing during it, like a like a behind the scenes thing.
Yeah.
And I'm in a hallway carrying like a thing of water bottles, and all of a sudden this huge like crew comes around a corner, and I'm standing there in my my t-shirt with the otters on it. And she walks by and says hi, and I'm just like, oh fuck, I'm fired. So I never found it. Hopefully somewhere there is like a scene in one of her like documentaries of me with my otter t-shirt on.
I hope you're in it. And then we see the actual scene. She's like, hi. And you're like, and it was our song slamming screen doors, picking up on your window. And they're like, get the fuck out of here.
You want to hear my demo? You want to hear my demo?
They call me David Swift. I'm like just like you. People always say I sound like you. You start playing a bass. Anyway,
made out of my uncle's bones.
Uncle. They call me
Taylor.
Uncle
Do you want to meet my
Bone
uncle?
Bass.
Do you want to meet my uncle? just rattling this corpse in front of her.
Oh my god!
Oh shit! His jaw fell off.
Don't look at me. I'm hideous.
Don't look at his jaw.
Taylor, write a song about this. Call it Uncle Bone Bass. It'll be a hit, I swear. Yo, this guy needs to leave.
The
Or
bones
marry
are
me.
their money. Their money are their bones.
So are the worms.
So are the worms, yeah.
Like I said, now these craze fans are few and far between, but every once in a while you'll get that fan who takes it to the next level. The fan who fantasizes, obsesses, and sometimes even stalks a celebrity. And that is why today I want to tell you about one such fan as we dive into the story of Ricardo Lopez the Björk stalker.
Oh, I know little about this.
Okay, did you see the video?
Yes.
It's
That shit is crazy.
Wait, did you see like his final video?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I mean, it's been a few years.
You
I
would
would
know.
know. Yeah.
Wait, David, you would know if it was his final.
I know I've seen it, but it's been a few years, so I don't remember it.
I was watching him just like to brush up on the story, and Katie walked over, looked at my shoulder, and he grabbed his face, and he was like,
Yeah.
he was going like this and being like, like into the camera. And she's
Yeah.
like, I can't watch this.
For the face that people cannot see, our very private video chat, it's when you grab the bottom of the outside of your eyelid with your index finger and then the top of the corner of your
Mouth.
lip with your thumb, and you pinch them together on both sides.
It's crazy.
Did you ever do the fun trick? I used to do it a lot when you're like doing something like, I don't know, downtown LA, and you're packing up for the day, and you know people don't know that, and they'll be like, oh, what are you guys filming? And you just tell them like, oh, I'm not supposed to tell anybody, but it's like a new Leo Brad Pitt movie. And,
Oh no.
and then people start like freaking out, but like everything's done and you're just like loading up the van.
No, that's really good though. But
really
I
fun
would
to
have
do.
went. I would have went with something like a little bit weirder. Be like, it's a new Beyonce and Joe Pesci movie. Like
No one's gonna come for that.
everybody will.
Cancels
Oh
out.
my god.
You're at zero at that point.
I guess you're right. Except for that one Joe Pesci fan who's been
true.
following him around
He
for
flies
years.
in from New York.
Where's Marv? Wait, is Marv? Yeah, Marv's.
I got my gold tooth. Where is he? I want him to sign my gold tooth.
I got a beanie just like Marv. I'm gonna go fall on my back. Hit me in the face with a fucking iron. So
I put a hot tar all over myself, just like him. Or is that the other guy?
no, it was him. It was him. He should be dead. So let's. No, I'm not. That's not like a threat. That's like I just mean his character in the movie.
Oh,
Anyway.
they every stunt they went through, they should have died.
Yeah, he literally burned the top of his head with a blowtorch. It's like craziness. He would have a horrible infection. So, so let me get into it. Now, if you weren't alive in the 90s, you might be asking to yourself, who the heck is Björk?
Not true.
Do you know Björk, David? Do you listen to a lot of Björk?
That's another one where I was born in 1990, so I lived like I remember most of the 90s.
Baby Björk.
I know if I heard it, I'd be able to be like, oh yeah, it's Bjork, but like off
Yeah.
the top of my head, no. I know it's kind of like sad and somber and like not always in English.
I was gonna say it's very interesting because I also have like never really sat down and listened to Björk, but like her voice is very distinctive, and everybody
Yeah.
could always be like, "Yeah, this is Björk."
She's like Billie Eilish before Billie Eilish.
Sure. We're just gonna name any singer.
Yeah.
Billie Eilish is like, "You're."
It's coming, man. I heard the leak. Her new album.
Oh, were you in her documentary too?
Yeah.
Don't talk to Billy.
That
Billy
one-
turns the corner. Oh my God, is that Uncle Bass Bones? Hey, Billy.
That one's definitely not getting released.
I'm in my underwear in that one.
That one was bad.
Yeah. So, like I said, let's get into it. So, Björk Gordmundsdottir?
Mm-hmm.
Gordmundsdottir
Yeah.
is an Icelandic singer, songwriter, record producer, actress, and DJ. Björk is probably one of the hardest singers to define, as her music really spans across many genres, including electronic, pop, experimental, trip hop, classical, and avant-garde music. I literally, like I said, I never really listened to her stuff, but I started to, and I like it, but I never.
Avant-garde, does that mean they like do like fencing to it, like sword fights?
Yes.
Okay.
Avant-garde.
Yeah.
Even though that's on guard. But yeah, they no, you're right.
Yeah.
Please
Usually,
put your bass back, sir. So so I can't really tell you her biggest song because I honestly never really listened to Björk, but that doesn't matter because everyone else has, as she has 15 Grammy noms, 1 Oscar nom, 5 Brit Awards, was included in Time's list of 100 most influential people in the world, and was ranked number 60 and number 81 in Rolling Stone's 100 greatest singers and songwriters list, respectively. So she made it on the list twice.
I was just looking her up on holy shit, on Spotify. And
is her new album cover where she looks like the alien with the vagina on her forehead?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. That's like her artist photo when you find her on
yeah. It's terrible.
Holy shit.
It's crazy, but like respect. I like that.
But what I was gonna say was her 5 most popular songs are all like basically almost the same amount of plays, which is impressive because usually it's like, you know, there's like 1 or 2 that are like 5 times more. They're all basically the same. So
I think she has like a pretty strong fan base, honestly. And
yeah.
like I said, her music's like really good. Like I just say right here, her music is trippy and super good, very poetic, but also has elements of like pop qualities. And needless to say, she has millions of fans across the world. But today, I want to talk about just one. That's right, Ricardo Lopez. So, like David said, he's seen this man. These videos were very famous, and we'll get into what these videos are, but it's pretty crazy. So, Ricardo Lopez was born January 14th, 1975 in Uruguay, in a middle-class family who moved to the United States and settled in Lawrenceville, Georgia, the Uruguay of America. You know Lawrenceville,
Uruguay.
Georgia?
Yeah.
What?
Little Uruguay.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like little Cuba's right in Florida?
Yeah.
You go up a little bit more, you hit little Uruguay.
Or that one block in LA, Little Ethiopia.
I lived right there.
Great food over there. I miss Ethiopian
Good.
food.
I miss Ethiopia. I love it.
Yeah.
It's so nice. So, Lopez had a good relationship with his family. He was described as easygoing but introverted. And Lopez had a few male friends. However, he never had friendships with women or had a girlfriend. This was because he had feelings of inadequacy and was awkward with girls. Oh, poor guy. Like, I feel it's so weird because there's some people growing up when you're kind of awkward with girls or you know, stuff like that, like David, and he just like comes out, finds a really good skill like playing his uncle's bass bones, and then all the girls come flocking to him, and you know, he figures it out.
It only takes one. It takes one
Exactly.
skill.
Exactly. And then there's some times where like you just get caught up in it and it spirals out of control, and then you feel like you're hopeless, but guess what? You're not hopeless, guys. You could do this. Guys and girls, you can do this. You can find someone who loves you just as much as you love them, and they will also be aware of you, unlike Björk was with Ricardo Lopez.
Yeah.
So with aspirations to become a famous artist, Lopez dropped out of high school. However, he did not seriously pursue an artistic career due to his feelings of an inferiority and fear of being rejected. Entering into art school, which is like, I mean, we're all scared to get rejected, right? I mean,
yeah.
that's like the main reason I don't do half of anything I want to do, right? Or like I can't get a tattoo of your mom on my chest.
She would like that though.
You know what? I wouldn't be rejected.
She would never stop talking about that.
Okay, you guys, if we reach 10 likes, I'll get a tattoo of Jody on my chest. So, he intermittently
She'll pay for it.
I know, that's what I'm scared of. Don't do this. Don't tell her about this. He intermittently worked for his brother's pest control business to support himself, but by the age of 17, Lopez had become reclusive and, as a means of escape, retreated into a world of fantasies and became enthralled by celebrities. And here's another thing. I don't know people, but I've bumped into people. David, do you have
I don't know people, but I know people.
That could kill you. No, I was gonna say I don't know people like on a personal level like this, but I've met people who you can tell like the only reason they live in LA is not because they want to work in LA, but they want to be surrounded by like what they think Hollywood like the lifestyle
Yeah.
and celebrity and stuff like that, and like they'll just like go to different places and take pictures of like they'll try to get pictures with any kind of famous person, even if it's like a D-level like like reality star. They'll just be like with
The Hype
Tony
House.
from Matchmaker. Oh, Tony is so handsome, and you're like, dude, what are you doing? Do you just like not have a job? Anyway,
That was the one thing about living in LA I did not get was, for me living in LA, trying to work in the film industry. I okay, not trying, but working in the film industry. It was like
whatever, Ricardo.
there are like I could go to New York, Atlanta, but besides like those three places, like it's hard to make a living in that industry. So it's like you're kind of limited to those places. And I knew some people in LA, so that's how end up there. It's closer to home. But like I never this is such a stupid thing to say, but like you see people like working at Denny's and you're like, why the fuck are you in LA? Like go somewhere else. Like
I think that same thing too, because like LA is great. There's a lot of really good things about LA, but it's really expensive here, and if you're not working for something that you need to be working here for, like there's so many beautiful places in America that you could be living for much cheaper, but but everybody has their different proclivities.
Well,
of
course.
Yeah, like some people are like, I really like living in Montana. It's really peaceful, and I like hiking. And then some people are like, I like get a high out of like walking around like Venice Beach and I'm just like, it smells like piss. Like and I'm not
You can
shitting
do that in
on
Portland.
LA because exactly. I mean, there's big cities everywhere that have bad parts and good parts, and it's just like LA is really expensive and really overcrowded. So it's like if you're not here to like. If you're not here to work on something that's like specific to LA, I would be like, I'm gonna go like at least try somewhere else, right? Like
The one of the things
not?
I hated the most about that city is just like you go to the grocery store to get like two things and it's like an hour trip.
oh yeah, so much traffic.
It's a nightmare.
It's
Traffic,
crazy.
the lines, like my God.
I feel the same way about New York too. Like people in New York are like, you can make it here, you can make it anywhere, and you're like, yeah, like New York's great, but like there's like rats dragging other rats around. Like there's this was a nightmare if it wasn't if I drop you off on another planet and I was like, welcome to Gleeglorp, and then like there was like a fucking giant rat dragging another giant rat around, you'd be like, what the fuck? This place is crazy. And then like, but people in New York are like, Sinatra fucking pissed right here on the street. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, the Yankees.
Giuliani's hair's melting. Blah, blah, blah.
I saw a rat carry a boogie board down into the subway.
Surfed on a big wave of shit. Dip it in shit. So let's continue. Sorry. So in 1933, Lopez became fixated on Iceland singer Björk. He began gathering information about her life, followed her career, and wrote her numerous fan letters. Initially, Lopez cited her as his muse and said that his infatuation gave him a euphoric feeling. Okay, that's
That's strong wording, bud.
that is. And it's about to get much more euphoric. See, as time passed, his fixation became all-consuming, and he grew more disconnected from reality. In his diary, Lopez wrote of longing to be accepted by Björk and to be a person who had an effect on her life. He actually fantasized about inventing a time machine to travel to the 1970s and befriend her as a child, and his fantasies about Björk were not apparently sexual in nature. In his diary, he said, I couldn't have sex with Björk because I love her. Which is a weird thing to write, but like,
Yeah.
I kind of get it. I think he just wants to be like artistic and like probably, here's the thing. I've felt this about other people where you go like there's like really good writers or musicians and they like say a line or something. You go, wow, that's like a really good line, or like a really good way to phrase that. I wish I could have thought of that. And I feel like he probably had that kind of like situation where she was able to not only be an artist and express herself in a way that he felt like very similar to, but also she was like extremely wealthy, rich, and everyone loved her. So
Nah, he wanted to wear her skin like a suit.
that's a little bit of art, David.
You're wrong.
He's
He
like,
wanted to
I
wear
wanna-
her like a fucking wetsuit.
wanted to be a tailor. So, anyway, but yeah, it's crazy, and I don't know why he can't have sex with someone and love them, right? Like your uncle's bones.
Yeah. Wait, what?
The bass. Don't touch that bass. Don't touch the bass.
Don't touch it. Slap it, baby. We get jazzy.
Don't slap it either. That's my job. I slap it. Anyway, so Lopez's diary grew to 803 pages. His passages about his thoughts on Bjork and his feelings of inadequacy due to being overweight, his disgust and embarrassment with his gynecomastia, which was basically just having man boobs.
Oh, okay.
And his inability to have a girlfriend. So that's what he wrote about. He just wrote about he was overweight, he didn't have a girlfriend, and he didn't like his pecs or his
chest.
His chest. There we go. Which is, little hard work. Maybe you can change that if you want. You didn't have to try to do something that we're going to get to. So he wrote that he considered himself a loser who never even learned to drive, and complained that's not even being a loser, man. Just some people just don't like driving. If you can get around, you don't need to drive. Driving's cheaper than these darn Ubers, but it's fine. It's fine. I know people who don't drive. And complained about his menial job as an exterminator that earned little money. And exterminators have a very important job. Come on, Ricardo. No one wants bugs in their house besides David.
This garage is riddled with ants.
These ants, they just keep stealing all the fucking pies off my window. He's slapping ants over there. Or was that the base? What was that? Was that the base or an ant?
There was an ant on my base.
Isn't
Picking at the bones.
I was about to say, you have an uncle base and an ant problem. So I don't, dude,
My life's a nightmare.
You have, but they just keep stealing all the pies off the windowsill. You ever see a line of ants walk your blueberry pie off a windowsill?
I haven't had a pie in 15 years. Damn ants keep stealing them.
I'm going to find them ants, and I'm going to eat them ants, because they've eaten all my pie. So it's kind of like me eating the pie.
I'm going to make the queen watch when I eat them all. The workers, the babies, the warriors.
Oh, I heard the queen has a movie with Joe Pesci.
Oh, Queen Bee?
Beyonce.
That's not an ant. That's a bee.
Oh. Wait, I thought her fans were the ants. the anthill.
Can we call our fans the anthill?
You guys were where the anthill at? Come on, guys. Okay, my fans are the anthill. Your
What's
fans
up,
are the
anthill?
The Uncle Hill.
We need you guys. Hey, anthill. We need you guys to share this episode to like 10 of your friends. Let's get those numbers up. Anthill, where are you guys? We love you guys.
So anyway, the diary continued. The diary contained 168 references to Lopez's feelings of failure, 34 references to suicide, 14 references to murder, and he made 408 references to Bjork and 52 references to other celebrities. So he was just obsessed with killing, his own failure. I mean, it was just mainly Bjork and his own failure. Those were the high numbers that we were dealing with. So, and there's also some other celebrities in there who just didn't, they just didn't have the mustard. They didn't cut the mustard enough to make it into Ricardo's plans that we're actually about to find out about. So, in 1996, Lopez was living alone in an apartment in Hollywood, Florida.
Clarification.
This is not on us this time, you guys. So around this time, he read an article in Entertainment Weekly that mentioned Bjork was in a romantic relationship with a musician named Goldie. See, this is when you just had to get all your news from Entertainment Weekly.
Yeah.
Now they'll just post a video of them having sex and be like, "We're in a relationship." You know how social media, am I right, guys?
Yeah.
The celebrities just posting their sex tapes. Oh, I miss Ray J. He's so funny and talented.
Yeah.
He used to kiss me through the phone. Was that him? Or was that Soulja Boy?
It might have been both of them.
Are they not the same person?
They are not. They are very different people.
Really?
Yeah.
Both make me Yule. Anyway, so Lopez was arranged. Oh, I'm sorry.
You
What
ever
are
seen
you laughing
that?
at?
You seen that video of when Soulja Boy was like live streaming, and people in his like comment section were like, "Man, turn your music down," and he like sees it, and he's like turns it up like he like breaks the sound barrier.
It's like
with
just
it.
going. It's like not even music. It's just vibrating at that
That's
point.
such a good video.
Maybe he had an ant problem. Need to vibrate the ants out of his structure.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
So Lopez was angered by this perceived betrayal that she was now dating Goldie, and the fact that she was involved with, oh, this is bad. Lopez, why'd you do it? With a black man. Writing in his diary.
Oh, is Goldie a black man?
I guess so.
I wasn't imagining a blonde.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2 Gold People.
C-3PO.
That's another really good gold person. There we go. I just watched Guardians of the Galaxy 2 last night, so I just have gold people
one.
on the mind. Yeah. So, like I said, he didn't like that he was black. Writing in his diary, I wasted 8 months, and she has a fucking lover. So, but he also, like, in his videos, he was dropping the nugget and everything like that.
We can't do that. We can't refer to that as that.
You're right.
That's
not. I
I'm
didn't
gonna-
want to say
I'm
the
gonna
N
nip
word
it.
because it's
I'm
not.
gonna
I don't.
nip it in the
I don't
bud
even
right
like,
there.
I don't even like saying the N word.
I know.
So like I don't want to say that. So you know how it goes. But yeah, he was very like adamantly racist towards Goldie,
Yes.
which is horrible. So he began fantasizing about how he could punish Björk. So if he couldn't have her, nobody can. So Lopez stopped writing in his diary and began filming a video diary in his apartment. According to Lopez, the diary's purpose was to document my life, my art, and my plan. Comfort is what I seek in speaking to you. I am being my own psychologist. You are a camera. I am Ricardo. Okay, not crazy. I mean, it doesn't sound that crazy. I guess if this was like a sane person, you'd be like, oh, that kind of made sense. But
Yeah.
he's crazy, so we're just going to interpret it as crazy. So he recorded 11 videotapes containing approximately 2 hours of footage each. The tapes contained footage of Lopez preparing his revenge and discussing his crush that ended up in an obsession. Lopez's anger over Björk's relationship with Goldie intensified, and he decided that he needed to kill her. In one entry, he said, I'm just going to have to kill her. I'm going to send a package. I'm going to be sending her to hell. But it's also really weird because he wanted, like I said, he was aware with his obsession. By the time he figured out that he wanted her dead or disfigured, in the video I saw, he was like, I'm not obsessed with her anymore. And he's like, I know that's kind of ironic, and like I'm building all this stuff and I look like I'm obsessed, but I'm not obsessed anymore. I kind of just want her to like pay now, because he was so mad. Like he wasn't, he was obsessed with her, not in a loving way, but now he was like in an angry way obsessed. But he also didn't really want to kill her. He wanted to maim her for life, because he said killing her would be too easy and too quick of a way out. He wanted her to like suffer every day, and also he wanted her to think of him every day. And by maiming her, he would succeed. You know what I mean? I know. David, you okay?
It's such a double-edged sword, because like these are the type of people you need to have friends. So like when someone's like hanging out and they start like telling you about this shit, and you're like, oh yeah, no, this is not good, man. Like, no.
Yeah.
But these are the type of people that don't have like someone in that position that they can,
reach out to. Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's a very complicated situation, and a lot of the times like these people, they hide this stuff, they hide it even from like his family will go on to say like they didn't really, they knew that he liked Björk, but like not to this extent. They didn't know he was violent. They didn't know anything about this, so they just hide it very well. So Lopez initially intended to construct a bomb filled with hypodermic needles containing HIV tainted blood.
How do you just How do you get your hands on that?
I
Suge
don't
Knight?
know.
How do you do it, Suge Knight?
Oh, yeah, Eazy-E.
Yeah.
We can always come back to Suge Knight. So, but this would have satisfied his desire to have a lasting effect on Bjork's life, like I said. So when he realized it would not be feasible to build such a device, which, you know, I feel like that's like a Wile E. Coyote kind of thing to like shoot out hypodermic needles.
It was just an idea.
Well, no, he tried to build it, it just didn't work. Like,
I think he did manage to get the HIV needles.
He probably put like water in them in the needles first, and then like tried to shoot the water out, and he's like, "This isn't working."
Okay,
like, I doubt he tested it. He's like just showing up to like HIV meetings, and he's like, "I'm a doctor," and they're like, "Your face is painted black and black and red," and he's like, "I'm a doctor," because if you've seen the video, it's terrifying at the end. He's just like all painted up. You've seen that? Anyway.
Now that you said that he kind of had a Darth Maul thing going, it's all coming back to me.
He did. I think it
Hold
was
on.
green
What
and
year
red.
was this?
I need to find it. Sometime in the 90s, 93.
Oh, okay. I was gonna see if this was the same year the Phantom Menace came out.
No.
But no, that was 99.
Bjork loves Darth Maul. It's our favorite character. She loved the fight scene. She believes that he's now half spider, mechanical spider. That's for any of you Star Wars canon heads out there. So, like I said, when he realized that this hypodermic needle thing wasn't going to be feasible and he couldn't build such a device, Lopez began constructing a letter bomb using sulfuric acid in a hollowed-out book, which he planned to have sent to Bjork's home in London, England, by her record label. So he made it seem like the record label was sending her a book, and then when she would open it, sulfuric acid would come out and burn her, disfigure her and like make her life horrible, So the device was designed to explode and kill or disfigure Bjork as she opened the book, and he would commit suicide after mailing the bomb, hoping that he and Bjork would be united in heaven. So either
that would be awkward.
Oh, hey, Ricardo, I got your book. Sorry, I didn't have time to read it. Fucking asshole. And he's like,
that's
he
dark.
just, is he up? Is he half spider up there? With his Darth Maul face paint on?
I think you mean down there.
No, you're right. Yeah. He's like, the god's like, Ricardo, this is really awkward.
He's at the gates. They're looking over his little book.
Yo, we oh fuck, we're at capacity, man.
How did you even get up here? You should have just gone straight down there.
Seriously. So, on the morning of September 12th, 1996, Lopez began filming his final video diary entry. The final tape, titled Last Day, Ricardo Lopez, begins with Lopez preparing to go to the post office to mail the letter bomb. He said that he was very, very nervous, but that he would kill himself rather than be arrested if he aroused suspicion, which is why he actually ended up bringing a gun with him when he was mailing the package. So I guess it's good that like he wasn't like, I was going to kill everybody to mail the packet, you know?
True.
So he only wanted, it sounds like it's like such fucked up logic. I'm like, oh, it's not that bad. He just wanted to kill one person.
Quality over quantity, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, God damn
That's
it,
a
man.
joke. I'm not saying Bjork's better than anybody else, but yeah.
Bjork is better. That was my Bjork impression.
She is. She's better than me.
I'm not on the top 100 most influential singer-songwriters. Except for my song Pee Pee Poo Poo, which is making its way up the SoundCloud charts right now.
It really is.
It's good. I'll sing it to you off camera, off
Good.
pod. So, after returning from the post office, Lopez resumed filming, and as Bjork's music plays in the background, Lopez, nude, shaves his head. Okay, I didn't see any nudity below the waist, which is good. I don't think they released all the tapes.
Yeah.
But apparently nude, he shaves his head, and then paints his face red and green. He examines himself, so it's not black and green, it's red and green.
Well, the camera quality is pretty bad. It does look black.
Yeah, it does. So he examines himself in the mirror and tells the camera that he is a little nervous now. I'm definitely not drunk. People also believe that he maybe painted his face so that it was easier for him to kill himself.
Okay.
Because he said like
Looking into the camera, it wouldn't look like himself.
yeah,
Kinda
or
thing?
like
Yeah.
a mirror, like you just have like you disassociate or something like that, which is kind of weird.
Makes sense. Yeah, I get
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I guess so. So I think you fucking hated Darth Maul. Anyway, that's Starks. I'm sorry.
He's not Darth Maul anymore. He's the cover of A Tribe Called Quest CD.
You're right. I was gonna sing a
And no, he
Tribe
cannot
Called
kick
Quest
it.
song, and I almost sang Hip Hop Hooray, which is not them. That's Naughty by Nature, I believe.
Yeah, that is.
Fuck. So he wrote. He said, "I am not depressed. I know exactly what I am doing, and the gun is cocked back. It's ready to roll." So that's what he said into the camera. As Björk's song "I Remember You" finishes playing, Lopez shouts, "This is for you," and shoots himself in the mouth with a revolver. So he didn't shoot himself in the mouth. He put it in his mouth and shot in the back of his head. Lopez groans and his body. This is kind of morbid, honestly, but Lopez groans and his body falls out of the shot. And at this point, the camera stopped filming. Actually, a hand-painted sign bearing the handwritten words, "The Best of Me, September 12th," hung on the wall behind him, and police theorized that Lopez intended to cover the sign with his blood and brain matter with the gunshot, which is like a
Kind of
very
artistic.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like that was like his final like art. I think he thought that was gonna be like in a museum somewhere, and this was Ricardo Lopez's. He tried to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kinda like,
His disillusion thought that would be his masterpiece.
Yeah, like the John Lennon's blood smeared glasses kind of thing.
Sure.
You know, like that. You know, they have that. I don't know where they have that, but I've seen a picture of them. I don't know. So on September 16th, a foul odor and blood was noticed coming from Lopez's apartment, and the Hollywood Police Department entered and discovered Lopez's decomposing corpse. Written on the wall. Yeah.
You gotta love how a gunshot in Hollywood, it doesn't get reported in general. That's just...
Yeah. You know it's Hollywood, Florida, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I mean, even better.
You know, Florida, too. They're like, oh, there's Crazy Rick. Is he dressed like Darth Maul again? There was 14 people apparently in his neighborhood dressed as Darth Maul at the time.
Yeah.
And the movie hadn't even... Darth Maul didn't even exist yet. That's the crazy thing. Should that what the story have been about? All the people that dressed like Darth Maul in 1993?
Yeah.
Oh,
Next
God.
week.
Okay, I'll cover that. So, written on the wall was a message: the 8mm videos are documentation of a crime, terrorist matter. They are for the FBI. So he left that. The Broward County Sheriff's Office evaluated the building while the bomb squad searched for further explosives and found none. After viewing Lopez's final tape, police contacted Scotland Yard in the United Kingdom to warn them that the potentially explosive package was en route to Björk's residence in London. The package had yet to be delivered, though. It was a day away from being delivered, and the Metropolitan Police intercepted it from a South London post office, and it was safely detonated in an open area away from others. And actually, there had been little danger of Björk receiving the bomb, as her mail was vetted through her management office. So, in the end,
some shitty little fucking temp would have gotten it.
I would have been fucking sulfuric acided on my face.
Did they confirm that it was like a successful detonation? Like it would have succeeded its task?
Well, in the videos, they show him like opening the book, and like black like ink shoots out onto like a wall that he like set up. Like, so I think it worked.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, I don't know how far it worked or whatever, but like I think it would have burned somebody. So like they safely detonated. They didn't say like they didn't put in their notes like it didn't work in the first place. Like I think it did work.
They just said it didn't.
Yeah, exactly. Just to like slide him a little bit more.
Yeah.
So unbeknownst to Lopez, Björk and Goldie. Oh God. Unbeknownst to Lopez, Björk and Goldie had ended their relationships a few days before he killed himself.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, don't feel bad.
Yeah. I mean, that shit, if it wasn't him, it was one of the other celebrities written. Like, or it would have happened the next time she had a relationship. Like,
Yeah. Hell, it might have been worse the next time.
Exactly. So after Lopez's suicide, Björk said in a statement, see, this is how you know Björk's a class act right here. So after Lopez's suicide, Björk said in a statement that she was very distressed by the incident. She described it as terrible and very sad, and said that people should not take me too literally and get involved in my personal life. She sent a card and flowers to the Lopez family, and Björk left for Spain, where she recorded the remainder of her third album, Homogenic, away from the media's attention. So she felt really bad about the situation. Even though this guy tried to kill her and was obsessed with her, she was just like, God, this is awful. Obviously he was troubled, and I was just one of the people who he set his sights on. It could have been anybody, like you said. It could have been the guy at Panda Express for all we know.
Could have been the Property Brothers.
I wish. One of them is dating Zoe Deschanel, and that makes me angry. I want Zoe. I need Zoe.
I gotta say, though, I did work with them once, and coolest dudes I've ever met.
Really?
Honestly, the coolest dudes I've ever met.
Not only are they brothers and twins, but they also have property? What's not to like?
Yeah. They, joked, it was a small set, and, I was the van driver that whole day. I was just driving them up and down a hill, and they were super. They talked to me the whole time, cracked jokes. They were just super cool.
They would do this funny prank where they just they shit in the way back of the van and not tell me. It was we'd all laugh about it and stuff.
Yeah.
And they go, "This property's foreclosed," and then got out of the van. It was actually hilarious.
Yeah. So is that the end of your story?
No, I'm not done.
No, I was looking around because I actually have one of the. I have a towel from that shoot. I kept it.
Was it covered in Duke?
No, it's covered in lobsters. It's cool. It's like a beach towel.
Is that what they ate?
No, it's a beach towel with lobsters.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's a cool
they need a beach towel with how much lobster they ate.
Well, they jumped into a pool with their suits on.
I wonder why. Just fucking caked.
Hiding the evidence.
They're caked in shit underneath those pants. Anyway.
Fuck this rental.
Oh, God. So she also hired security for her son, Sindri, who was escorted to school with a minder? What's a minder?
A mind reader.
Oh, there we go. I think that...
It's just rich people shit. We don't get it.
Yeah.
They buy their kids mind readers.
Dog therapists, shit like that. A year after Lopez's death, Björk discussed the incident in an interview, saying, "I was very upset that somebody had died. I couldn't sleep for a week, and I'd been lying if I said it didn't scare the fuck out of me, that I could get hurt, and most of all, that my son could get hurt." Lopez's family and friends were aware of his obsession with Björk, but they maintained that they had no idea that Lopez harbored violent thoughts or was capable of violence. And at one point, Lopez's brother had told him, "To get a real woman, you're obsessed." I don't know if that helped.
Bjork's son, his daily chores to open the fan mail. That's how he gets his allowance.
She's like, my son loves big books from strangers.
No, from her record company.
Oh, yeah, true. Oh, yeah, you're from the record company. So, a psychiatrist who treated Lopez for anxiety shortly before his death also stated that Lopez did not appear dangerous. Lopez's videotapes, including his suicide, were confiscated by the FBI and released to journalists shortly after. And that's why, that's kind of crazy in itself that the FBI is just like, yeah, we're just going to release this stuff to journalists and just put it out there because it's super disturbing stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's the freedom of, if the case is closed and it's not an active investigation, I guess you have to release media to the public.
Yeah,
Freedom
I don't
of
know.
Information Act or something like that, right?
I don't know, dude. It's so fucking batshit crazy that they just had to. I don't know.
I know. So
I would hope this isn't a common thing that they just don't give to the public.
I think it's probably this obsession is probably more common than not, but maybe
True.
not. I said this once, and like I think people interpret it wrong, but I'm gonna kill. I'm joking. No, but I always said I'm always amazed with how much horrific stuff doesn't happen in the world in terms of like
True.
what people are capable of. Like,
Yeah.
like if somebody wanted to, they could just like I don't even want to say anything, because
Yeah.
it's just obviously horrible. But they can.
We're already
you
on
can
a
do.
list.
Yeah, people can do horrible things if they wanted to, but I think a lot of people like deep down go like, you know what, like this is gonna hurt somebody, this is gonna hurt me, this is gonna hurt more people who have nothing to do with this, and they don't do it, and then they like wise up or something like that.
We live in a society.
Exactly, Joker baby. But yeah, I think it probably happens. I think people probably get close to like this level, but never really go over, or hopefully they don't. I don't know, but fingers crossed.
Yep.
So I just want to end with, if you're suffering from any kind of mental distress, please talk to someone, anyone, about it. Especially during this last year, a whole heap of us, including me, has had to deal with some form of anxiety, depression, or just restlessness. And talking your problems out is half the battle, and at least for me, helps clear my mind and refocus me. Also, side note, celebrities are not that cool, I promise. I guarantee that that most people you meet in your everyday life are far more interesting and thoughtful than most celebrities. Just saying. So,
Except for the Property Brothers.
Oh, fuck! We talked them up. Why did you do this, David?
I mean, they were fucking cool.
Did we put a target on their back? I hope not. They have property to sell. They have shit to pants. Pants to shit. I meant. They have lobster to eat.
Yeah.
They got bangs to help
lobsters to
with.
dry their bodies with.
Yeah, that too. That too. But yeah, I saw a cutout of one of those in a TJ Maxx, and I fought it. One of the Property Brothers.
Oh.
I couldn't tell if it was Mary Kate or Ashley, but it was one of them.
Yeah. All right,
Or
gentlemen.
Markeef. Was it Markeef or the other one? Who was it?
Marcus? You forgot the easier one?
Well, dude, I had to spell Markeef numerous times, and I'm
I
like,
know.
what the? How do you spell this?
You have no idea how
Marcus
many
is
times
easy.
I went back to make sure I spelt it right.
Yeah, and you weren't even publishing it; you were just reading it.
Yeah. I get really annoyed if there's the little red underlines for misspelling.
Yeah, that's true.
Makes
That's
me
true.
angry.
We live in a underlined society.
All right, Tobin. I thought today we could talk about a classic American cover-up, which took place in the city we once shared.
Hollywood, Florida.
This is the Battle of Los Angeles.
The Battle of Los Angeles.
Are you unaware of this one?
Is this an alien thing?
Are you unaware of this?
I feel like, we come across certain things on websites, and I feel like
Yeah.
I've seen the words "the Battle of Los Angeles," but I have no idea.
There was a
any
movie.
details.
There was a movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was it called "The Battle of Los Angeles"?
It was it was something like the battle asterisk Los Angeles. I don't know.
Okay.
Pretty sure Patrick Wilson was in it.
Was he scared?
Talk about a shitty name.
Patrick Wilson.
Like, I get it. It could be his birthday, but like if
We
you're gonna
get
be like
it.
you're gonna
We
be
get
like
it.
a big
You have a
actor, like
ponytail.
yeah, get yourself a better name, man. Patrick Wilson.
Yeah,
John
like-
Smith.
Like Suzuki Parmesan. Just saying. Aquafina figured it out. Suzuki Parmesan would be fucking sick, though.
Honda Cheddar.
A car manufacturer and a type of cheese.
A Japanese car manufacturer and a type of cheese.
There we go.
So early in the morning of February, it's always February, 25th, 1942. It is. It always is.
I feel like 1 out of 12 times it's February.
Yeah, easily. It checks out. So the world witnessed something that could not be unseen or forgotten, regardless on government cover-up attempts.
Young Sheldon.
Young Sheldon descended from the skies. His eyes were on fire, and mathematical equations were shooting out of his pores.
Here's my impression of Young Sheldon. Actually, that's all I have. I feel like he corrects a lot of people.
I hope he does.
That guy's gonna he's gonna sulfuric acid a person. Have you seen him? He scares me. Old Sheldon scares the shit out of me.
Are you talking about the child who explained football penalties to me a few weeks ago?
Yeah, that guy. Well, just like the character Sheldon. You got to be careful about him.
Yeah.
Not the child itself.
Bazinga.
But he could build something he's gonna build a nuke in his backyard or something. Be careful.
The atoms are splitting, Father.
Father, he's a real man. He's like building a Frankenstein.
His dad's like, son, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a janitor.
He's building Johnny Galecki in his backyard out of random body parts. Jimmy Galecki? He's the fuck are you talking? He's the other guy from Big Bang Theory who like dates Penny.
Okay, yeah, I don't.
Why do I know this much?
They're really smug. The really resting smug face guy.
Yeah, Johnny Galecki.
So like I was saying, the early morning, February 25th, 1942, a large unidentified object hovered over Los Angeles, leading to fear and pandemonium. Not just because of the sight, but you have to consider that this event happened relatively soon after the Pearl Harbor attacks.
Oh, shit.
I mean, it's like a year, but still, like, that's relatively soon. Looking back on it.
I bet a guy looked up and was like, what is that? And some guy's like, I know exactly what that is. That's a Suzuki Parmesan. And then he ran.
God damn it.
Battleship Suzuki Parmesan. Just saying.
So sirens screamed through the airwaves as searchlights lit up the sky. And with an itchy trigger finger from the government, 1,400 anti-aircraft rounds were sent tearing through the sky at the UFO.
What?
Yes, this happened.
How does this get covered up? Did they like do like the neuralizer thing in the Statue of Liberty type move?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They just put it on Jeopardy or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Jeopardy was around in 1942.
They put it inside of Alex Trebek. Rest in peace. So, in this moment, Los Angeles, the city of angels, was a war zone. An eyewitness said, it was huge. It was just enormous, and it was practically right above my house. I've never seen anything like it. Again, this is the 40s, so finding names to quotes isn't always the easiest. As time went on, more reports came in that there were many UFOs in the sky that night, leaving people to believe that there were at least 12 separate UFOs present during this event.
If there's anybody who's quoted in this, their name is probably Milton, right?
Yeah, Milton Hasbro.
Is that Hasbro, the toy company?
Well, here's
Milton
a name.
Hasbro.
Bill Burns with an
Bill
I.
Brantley.
The publisher of UFO magazine, yeah, it exists, told PR Newshire in 2011, the obvious thought was that these were the Japanese bombers coming to attack the United States, but it wasn't. They were flying too high, and the astounding thing was not one artillery shell could hit the craft out of the 1,400 rounds they fired.
Whoa.
People outside that night swore that it was neither a plane nor a balloon. It was a UFO. It floated.
Good boy.
It floated. It glided.
Wait.
Your story took too long. I had one too many beers.
That's gonna be a cover up. There's gonna be like a section missing in this podcast, and be like, wait, where's the glid part? Like, I've cover up.
I have definitely covered up my drunken mishaps.
Yeah, did you get the diarrhea on the last episode?
When I diarrheaed myself?
Yes.
And I screamed? No, I deleted that.
You cut that part out.
And then I puked?
Yeah.
And I cried for 14 minutes?
And then your dog came in, ate it, puked, diarrhea it too.
Yeah.
Got the lobster towel all wet.
Ruined the damn lobster towel.
God damn it, that was a keepsake. I was going to give it to my kids. My property sons.
So, okay, what I was saying was, yeah, none of the artillery shells could hit the craft, which is, like, pretty crazy, because that's 1,400 fucking
Oh, I could dodge an artillery shell.
So it floated, it glided, and to this day, nobody can explain what that craft was. Why our anti-aircraft guns couldn't hit it. It's a mystery that has never been resolved. So that's the guy from the UFO magazine. So obviously this story is not well known. It doesn't have its own national holiday or anything like that, which it should, because
Was
it could.
February 25th?
Yes.
Okay.
It was December 25th.
And they said that they shot 1,400 artillery shells, and this weird craft with these deer-like creatures, and
Big, strong deer.
and a big sexy man was in it with a large sack.
He looked like Patrick Swayze.
Wilson.
Looked like Patrick Wilson with a high pony.
But we knew it wasn't Patrick because he wasn't scared at all. He wasn't fucking scared at all.
He never got scared or screamed. It couldn't have been Patrick. I'm
Anyway.
sorry. It couldn't have been Patrick Wilson.
There we go. Wait, also, which part of LA was it? Was like downtown?
I'll get into it.
Okay.
So, like I was saying, it doesn't have a national holiday, and people do not believe it as a confirmation that aliens exist. So, like, people, still don't buy it. So what exactly did the government say to cover this story? That's right. You guessed it. You want to guess what they said it was?
Of course, it was Lakers won.
The Lakers won.
Lakers won. Everybody calm down. The fucking Lakers won.
It was Jerry West.
Oh, that's the guy who is in charge of the Lakers, right? Sports.
I'm thinking, that's the oldest Laker I can think of, and I'm going to guess he played in the 40s, but I don't think that's true.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
He's old.
He is old.
Is he dead?
Yeah,
Is he dead?
Yeah, he died.
Had sex with a lot of women, though.
Yeah, he did.
Pretty cool.
Are you going to guess what the government said this
Oh, yeah.
aircraft was? It's not Wilt Chamberlain.
It wasn't Wilt. Okay. I'm kind of running out of ideas now.
It wasn't Wilt the Stilt.
Was it a weather balloon? Was it?
Exactly.
Are you serious?
Yeah. They claimed it
They're
was.
so fucking unimaginable. But they're the first ones to do it, huh? So
This is the
might have been
40s.
imagined. Yeah, exactly. Because like even in the 70s and 80s, they're like weather balloon, weather balloon, weather balloon. But if like it's in the 40s, they're the first people to be like weather balloon, of course, and now everybody copied them.
To be fair, it wasn't just a weather balloon. It was 2 weather balloons.
No, so let me ask you this: who's putting the weather balloons out? Why aren't they talking to the army so they could save some fucking money on artillery shells?
Exactly. So 2 weather balloons were the scapegoat for this utter chaos, which is an understatement when you consider the fact that 5 people died from this event.
What?
Yeah, but unrelated. Okay, go ahead.
I'm just trying to figure out if them. Like, which part isn't real? That it wasn't an alien spacecraft, or like they didn't shoot 1,400 artillery shells into the sky? Did that happen?
No, they did.
Holy
That's a
shit.
fact. They did shoot 1,400 artillery shells into the sky.
Jesus.
So yeah, 5 people died from the event. 3 died in car accidents from being distracted while driving, and 2 suffered fatal heart attacks.
Oh my god.
So like,
oh my god,
people died from the result of something going on. Like, they didn't get like shot.
Yeah, if I started breakdancing, the same effect would probably happen. Everybody would just like freak out and be like, "This is really cool and exciting and impressive."
Would you die?
I wouldn't, but they would, because they'd probably be like, that was amazing. I've never seen anything that cool. Have a heart attack, die."
Would you go
Crash
to
like
prison? Is what I meant to ask.
Oh, you just.
Would you die?
Would you die? I'm like, no. I meant, would you go to prison and then die? Yeah, that's probably gonna happen.
That's more reasonable.
If it wasn't for that, it was for all the people I've been kidnapping and making them make me Adidas tracksuits in my basement.
Yeah.
Never looked better though.
Yeah.
And they'll never find them neither.
Gabagool. So many believe something as simple as 2 weather balloons would send the entire city, including the military, into absolute panic.
I don't even want to think about 3. I don't even want to fucking think about 3 weather balloons.
Blaming the fallout of Pearl Harbor from the year before. The city of Los Angeles was paranoid, and constant rumors of another attack aimed at the city were going around. So, people in LA were saying there's going to be another event like Pearl Harbor. It's going to be in LA, and like people kind of speculated that that would happen.
Fair.
Yeah.
Literally, when the whole North Korea thing was going down, every time I heard like a fire truck, I was like, "Up, this is it."
Yeah.
And that was based off of just like tweeter threats.
But then you forgot to think about the fact that North Korea can't turn on an Xbox 360. So.
What do you mean you blow into the cartridge before you put it in? How does that work? What?
So according to author Terence Sword, who wrote...
Oh my God, that's him.
Yeah?
That's the actor we've all been waiting for.
No, he's an author.
No, but Suzuki Parmesan.
Oh, Terence Sword. Yeah.
His name's Terence Sword? That's like Trent Reznor. Like, that's crazy.
Who wrote he was the author who wrote the book The Battle of Los Angeles 1942, The Mystery Air Raid. So according to him, the Navy had reportedly received a tip that there were more than 30 enemy ships off the coast, and the Army sent planes out to investigate, but found nothing but fishing boats. So could it be possible that the UFOs were, above in the clouds, above the jets, moving undetected? I don't know how good their sonars were in the 40s.
It was a 2 cans with the string on it.
It's a really long string.
They're like, throw it up and just have it get stuck on one of them clouds up there. They thought clouds, you could walk on clouds.
Yeah, they're still figuring it out.
Like that guy.
And the problem is they keep, as soon as they get in the air, the damn string keeps getting cut in their propellers.
Exactly, and then they're freaking out, and they're like, how, if we can't fucking walk on the clouds, how are we going to get to the cheese moon? They're like, that's where Suzuki Parmesan comes into play.
Yeah, he's going to saddle up.
That's what Rocket Man was written about.
Yeah? The Rocketeer?
Yeah. The Suzuki trying to get to Cheese Moon.
Oh, that's right, getting the ship stuck in his eye.
There are so many references in this sentence, I don't even know... I'm sorry for anybody like listening to this. Yes, the moon with the rocket in its eye. That's like one of the first films.
Yeah, except for the one with the train that's killed people because they got so scared.
Dude, seriously, 2 weather balloons or a train? Figure it out. What game are we playing right now?
So the night before this UFO sighting, what people believed to be a Japanese submarine I-17 surfaced offshore at Elwood near Santa Barbara and blasted off 13 of 5.5-inch shells at a group of oil installations. They should have shot more because they only did minor damages, and that was 2 of the pier and oil wells, missing the gasoline plant, which was to be assumed the target. But is this for sure? Did anyone actually see the submarine? Because they never found it.
Wait, I'm so confused. Who shot artillery shells at who? Are these aliens or are these Japanese or what's going on here?
I think this is another cover-up because no one ever saw the submarine. No one ever found the submarine. They just received damage to a gasoline plant, and people are like, oh, it must be the Japanese.
Oh, in Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
Interesting. And we think it's aliens.
Yes.
Interesting. Do you think aliens have submarines?
No.
Because they don't have water on their planet.
It's goddamn 1942. You think they're like, oh, based on the trajectory, we know this came from an I-17 submarine.
You think that aliens are like, it's 1942 in our land, too. We all started at the same time.
No, I think that a UFO was sitting out there and a fucking warship shot at it and missed and hit a gasoline station.
Oh, I was definitely not picking up what you're putting down. Okay, yeah. Okay.
So,
you have to walk me by the hand through this.
Yeah, no, I probably did a bad job.
You're
So
doing great.
the next morning, a panicked Los Angeles woke up seeing front page photos of the damage. And then, February 25th, the Air Raid Defense radar tracked an unidentified object approximately 100 miles from Los Angeles at 2:25 a.m.
That's only bad shit happens.
Yeah.
At 2:25 a.m. Wait. It was on 2:25 at 2:25?
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I didn't put it together. No, I don't know the months.
February, the last month of the year.
Oh, baby, New Year's is coming.
I'm on the Chinese calendar. I'm on the Mayan, the stone. My world's been over for a while for me. At least 10, 11 years.
That's why I don't care. What's this money thing? I just burn it.
Holy shit, that's so interesting.
So the site alerted the public with a deafening air raid siren blaring through the air.
Scariest sound ever, too.
Yeah. Then silence as the searchlights hit the sky, and a little after 3 a.m., a large object flew over Culver City, my old neighborhood,
Whoa.
and Santa Monica.
Oh, Culver City was also the place of the Munchkin Haunted Hotel, the Culver Hotel, which you also covered.
Culver City
early
Hotel.
On. Early
I
on.
miss little Culver City. Great little spot in L.A.
Cropsy and the Munchkins crashed the Rager. I believe that's the episode.
Yeah, probably.
That's
I don't remember where I am.
What February is.
Who am I?
Why am I at this oil rig, and why am I shooting rounds in it into a tank?
I don't recognize the face I see on FaceTime.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out. Anyway. Stop whipping your fucking bass, man. Get back to the story.
So quickly, as fast as the UFO appeared, the bullets started to rain down as the gunner shot around 1,400 rounds into the sky, causing civilians to believe the end of the earth was nigh. And luckily, not a single civilian was hit by any of the rounds.
Really?
And they must have all just gone to the fucking ocean.
I thought you said this was in Culver City.
Culver City's pretty close to the ocean.
Yeah, I guess you're right, but I'm also curious on like artillery shells. Like, don't they have to be shot out of like those mounted guns?
Yeah.
Or is it the ones that you could just like kind of roll on wheels and then put them in the middle of the street?
You know, realistically, those mountain artillery guns would probably be on the coastline, so they'd be shooting inland.
Yeah. We need to get Trent Reznor on the phone. Was that guy's name?
Yeah, Trent Reznor.
McSwordson?
McSwordson the third.
This sounds like Nick Swardson. Okay.
I saw him once in a bar. He looked sad.
Dude, I saw him at a bar too. He was so fucked up. He was at Barney's Beanery.
I was at a bar in San Diego. It was like a Tuesday night, and I was visiting San Diego, and I just went to get food, and there was like 5 people in the whole place, and it was a circular bar, and he was sitting directly across from Riley and I.
Oh.
And he was just like trying to get dinner, and like these drunk dudes just kept coming up to him trying to get photos, and you could just tell. I could like see the pain in his face. And I made eye contact with him once, and I kind of gave him like a subtle nod. He kind of gave it back and like went back to his food.
Nice.
I feel bad for the guy. Just leave the guy alone.
Leave the poor boy alone.
So it's kind of ironic that whatever was in the air wasn't the danger, but it was the jackass military letting bullets fly. And then it just ended. The LA Times wrote, roaring out of a brilliant moonlit western sky, a foreign aircraft flying both large formations and singing flew over Southern California. This is 42, so it's kind of hard to read. Earlier today, and drew heavy barrages of anti-aircraft fire, the first ever to sound the United States continental soil against an enemy invader. The LA Times also published a heavily doctored photo of searchlights shining on the UFO, which became a very famous photograph.
Oh, I want to find this.
Yeah. So what truly happened is uncertain because on both sides, we have cover-ups. So there are two stories here. A, the military engaged UFO over Los Angeles, firing 1,400 rounds over the populated city. Or B, the military engaged their own weather balloons over Los Angeles, firing 1,400 rounds over the populated city.
They should have went with the aliens. At least there's like some cause for like
exactly
shooting. There's like
it makes them look worse hiding aliens and saying it's a weather balloon.
Yeah, exactly.
1,400 rounds is a lot of fucking, like, that's a lot.
I thought it was like kind of a bullshit story where somebody was gonna be like that. They didn't actually like. I thought the whole Battle of Los Angeles was like theorized or something. Like it might have happened, it might not have happened. Not like there were actual artillery rounds being shot into the sky over LA, and then the day after the paper was like, "Are you guys still bitching about that night?" Move on. Like they just like, you know.
Yeah.
That's the thing too, where like things just got covered up much easier back then. Where like I bet half of LA.
Oh my god.
Like, half of LA
today, everybody has fucking cell phones. Like all of this would be documented.
Exactly. I mean, I remember when was it like Tesla or SpaceX was flying that fucking weird thing off the coast.
Oh yeah.
It was like a blue orb, and everyone's like, aliens.
Yeah.
And like, maybe, but then there's like, it's SpaceX, and everyone's like, okay. But like, it lasts a little bit longer. But if back then, all you did is be like, I bet certain people in LA were like, what was that? And someone's like, oh, our gun, new guy on the gun.
He shot off 1,400 rounds all by himself. We couldn't stop him.
It was Mel Gibson.
Oh, man. So one soldier recalls having to cover his trail by saying, I was told to keep my mouth shut and that there had been 7 Japanese planes up there. I was also told that if I repeated my story about shooting at a balloon and not enemy planes, I would be put behind bars.
So there's also a third story in there, which was one was they shot against aliens, one was they shot against weather balloons, and the third one was they actually shot against a possible aerial attack over Los Angeles that the Japanese maybe backed out of at the last second.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to scare the shit out of everybody. But, I mean, I think the public should know that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
You have the right to know to clear out of a city that you're in danger.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
So there are a lot of things to debate about this story, but there is one thing for sure. Countless people witnessed an unidentified flying object that was big as shit over the greater Los Angeles area. And my big question is, if they were just, you know, weather balloons, the government needs to tell us, you know, where'd they go? Where are they?
The government has to tell us, what was the weather like that night, huh?
Yeah, huh?
What was the weather like that night?
It needs to be precise. You got 2 of those motherfuckers up there.
It was hot. It was real hot. There was a bunch of artillery shells in the sky.
It was 500 degrees.
It was bright and hot. Wow. That's fun.
Yeah.
Whoa, interesting. Holy shit. I'm surprised it's like not more talked about, you know? In general. Just in LA, like I haven't seen one fucking plaque.
Well, I made it up.
You son of a bitch. No, that's real. Stop smiling. You did not make that up.
No, I would have made up something better than that.
I know. I was gonna say, I was like, fuck you. Like, there's no. I've seen that like pop up before, in terms of alien searching.
Yeah.
But whoa, interesting. I want to find some pictures. I want to see where those artillery shells are now.
I want to see what you've done.
I want to see. Show me what you've done. Take off those pants, property brother. Let me see what you've done.
I want to see those logs.
It's caked in there. Anyway, I think that wraps up our stories for today. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening, because we love telling you these stories, and we love when you stick around and decide to listen to our dumbasses. Oh, fuck. Oh, sorry, I'm dying. As David said, are you dying? or you go into prison. And right there, I was dying.
C.
So, if you guys want any more information, go to Camp Strange Podcast on Instagram. Click the hyperlink. You can find all of our links to merch anywhere you want to listen to the podcast. If you guys want to send us something, send it to campstrangepodcast@gmail.com. And if you want to rate, review, and subscribe, that's cool too. David, we have multiple people have been asking us to bring back what we have in the store.
Oh,
should we throw one? I feel like you're in a very improv mood right now. You could think of something.
You would think so, but I'm tired. This is a long episode.
Dude, I gotta be up at 4, man.
Hey, you said we had to be done by 10, and
You're
it
right.
is 9:20.
You're meeting your quota. Took a good nap today. But David, what else do we have in the store?
I got crack.
I got the Property Brothers panties.
I
They're
got
for sale.
I got a container of pills.
I have Stool Magoo. It's a guy named Stool Magoo, and he walks around to bars, crawls on all fours, and you can sit on him at the bar. He's Stool Magoo.
I legitimately have a Bigfoot bottle opener.
Oh, you do? That's
Yeah.
fun.
It's got other tools on it. His foot is actually a screwdriver.
Kind of looks like a Juggalo pendant.
It's really fun. They've got a measurement for 1 inch on it because that's useful.
For you, maybe.
Maybe.
That PlayStation controller, Jesus. I have a garbage disposal full of Skittles.
I got a garbage disposal full of garbagool.
You fucking... You lazy fuck. I have to think of the really hard setups, and you get to just add gabagool to everything? This is not okay. I have head lice.
I got a growth.
I have chimpanzee hairpiece.
I have a 401k.
No, you don't. I have $401,000.
I have 401,000 lice.
That's not even that many, I don't think. I think you're doing okay. David, we can still stop them. Their numbers have not grown.
I can still walk away from this.
Remember, and your hair walked away too. Remember last episode? After you cut it off?
It
That was
ran
crazy.
away.
It ran. It sprinted. Last one. I have a sword covered in marmalade.
I have a heart.
Aww.
I'm just kidding. No, that's gone.
It's black as coal, though, and fucking sits at the bottom of the Marianas Trench.
I've got a collection of dog tags.
I got...
Which one? Which one? Which type? You don't know? You won't know.
David goes through them sometimes when he's half a bottle of whiskey in. I remember this guy. The look in his eyes. Kenneth McGray. I remember him. I shouldn't have been killing my own men. I don't know why I did it.
It was a battle royale. Just Fortnite dancing.
Anyway, okay, I think that wraps it up. So thank you guys so much for
You
tuning in.
gonna ask if I have anything else to say?
I was gonna say, David, do you have anything to say before you head out?
Go listen to One Trait Danger, new album out. That's my buddy.
Ooh, what's this?
It's my buddy's album.
One Trait Danger?
One Trait Danger. It's comedy shit. It's gets a rating of 9 out of 100. It's not good.
Is it on Spotify?
It is. It's on. I think it's on all platforms.
Okay.
They've got a lot of stuff out there. It's good stuff.
Cool. Okay, we'll check them out. And don't forget to stay strange.